from the 1st of June, the UK will trial a 4-day working week in order to improve the well-being of workers and their productivity. So 60 companies with about 3,000 employees have all signed up for this 6-month project. In fact, South African company Flux Trends has already started implementing a 4-day week for its employees. So let's bring into the discussion the founder and CEO, Dion Chang, who joins us via our video link this morning. Dion, it's great to talk to you on such an incredibly interesting story, which I'm sure is close to the hearts of many people who are at the moment working a Monday to Friday week. How has it been going at Flux Trends?
Well, good morning, Michelle, and good morning to all the viewers. It is going fantastically. It is about 6 months since we did that. We implemented this in October last year. It does take a lot of adjustment, and for all the the workforces that are watching this, it is a two-way street. You've got to kind of give and take on both sides. But once you iron out all of the glitches, the logistics, all of those kind of things, it is just a better way to work.
Yeah. So this is a 4-day week, Dion, like the UK trial, with no loss of pay.
No, absolutely not. And in fact, the UK trial is actually lagging behind a whole lot of other countries. So already last year, Spain, Scotland implemented a trial. The UAE immediately went in. They didn't do any trials from January this year. They actually went on a 4.5-day work week, and in Ireland and in America and in Canada, there are trials going this year. So it's happening not only on a company level, but on a governmental level. So it is a big revolution that is happening, but you do get the sort of inevitable knee-jerk reactions from a lot of companies, and especially a lot of the executives and managers as well.
What prompted Flux Trends to go this route?
Well, we are a trends company, a trends analysis company, and we have to walk the talk as well. A couple of reasons as well. We come out of 2 years of complete lockdown. So my aim to do this, I said to the whole team at Flux, I can't tell you what to do with your day off, but it is intended as a day of self-development or self-care, and that's just the way we're starting to do that. And overall, if you look at the 4-day work, the 5-day work week, and a 40-hour work week, that was spawned in the last industrial revolution. So we are using metrics for time management from 100 years ago to measure factory workers, and we are trying to do the same 100 years later to mostly digital workers and knowledge workers as well. So things have to change, and we also understand now that an optimum, if you are in front of a screen all day, 6 hours is actually your maximum productivity. You can't actually be more productive over that. So there's a lot that needs to change. There's a lot of arguments for this, and I hope other companies also start looking at being a little bit more empathetic and allowing that work-life flexibility and balance as well.
In fact, 2019 in August, I'm just looking at some of the research around other companies and countries that have tried this 4-day work week. Microsoft Japan implemented a 4-day week. They said productivity in the company jumped 40%. Meetings were more efficient. Workers were happier, and in fact, workers took less time off in terms of annual leave. Iceland as well trialed the 4-day work week. Between 2015 and 2019, they declared it an overwhelming success. So yeah, you're right, Dion, we are lagging slightly behind, as is the UK with this trial that kicks off in June. But this idea of prioritizing the well-being of an employee, not over profits, but the impact that actually has, ironically, on profits.
Yes, and I think we've got to look at the context of why this trend is really surging right now, straight after 2 years of lockdown. I think a lot of companies are understanding and realizing that the last 2 years, everybody's had an incredible life audit. So, internationally, they're calling it the Great Resignation. There's another movement, a trend movement called the anti-ambition movement. There's just a lot of reassessing of what we need to do. We've seen even in South Africa the trend of semigration, people moving to different cities just to have a better lifestyle. And people are really just saying, what do I really want out of life? And was that cubicle nation 9 to 5 and working, and just being part of that cog, really what I want out of life. So there's I think, especially in HR circles, there's been a real reassessment or recalibration of what that contract of worker to employer-employee contract really is, and that's changing dramatically. And this is just part of that whole movement.
So what is making it so difficult for the majority of companies, let's say here at home, to make that switch? Because as company owners, as bosses, for the most part, we want to get our money's worth out of our employees, don't we?
Yes. So there are two streams, and they dovetail very, very nicely. So the first one is management styles. So we've also understood that during the past 2 years of lockdown, people working from home, we've essentially decoupled work and place of work. And especially for middle management, it was a real steep learning curve, because you had to sort of trust the people that you have employed to be able to do the job. The second thing that dovetails that is actually our approach to productivity. Because you are seeing people bums on seats 9 to 5, that doesn't mean that those people there are actually being productive. Yeah. So, what a 4-day work week or reduced time. So Michelle, there are different ways of doing things. You don't have to do a Friday off. You can do every alternate Friday off. You can do like the UAE, who does a 4.5 day. You can do, as they're doing in Ireland or in Iceland, sort of when you said that trial, they shaved off the work week to a 38-hour work week, or 36-hour work week. And then it becomes about productivity. Should you not rather measure, especially in a digital era, your outcomes and your output? So say, I need this done by this date, and I want, if you're a marketer, I want web traffic, increased by this percentage or whatever. I don't really care how you do it and when you do it. I just want the results, rather than sitting as the helicopter manager saying, you've got to do this. And I always, fight back with companies who push back to me. And I say, if you can't trust your employees to do the work and give you the outputs, then you've hired the wrong people.
Yeah, absolutely. All incredibly important points. Dion Chang, CEO and founder of Flux Trends. My next question would have been, how do we make the news week a 4-day week? Dion, thanks very much indeed for joining us.